How seniors stays connected and active in Central Florida. Golden Focus Scoop Senior Connections in Lake County. Let me help you find the resource here in Central Florida to help you thrive and enjoy your healthy lifestyle, living true connection with friends and families. Hey, this is Viv with Golden Focus Homes and Estate Preferred Real Estate Brokers. Welcome back to my channel, Golden Focus Scoop. Today, we are going to be diving into something very dear and close to my heart. Staying active, connected, and engaged right here in beautiful Lake County in Central Florida. Are you thriving in retirement? Or are you in your golden years and it goes beyond simple owning a home? It's about connection. It's about purpose. It's about joy. Whether you are a senior yourself or a caregiver, or you have got parents or grandparents you are cheering on, yeah! This episode is for you. I am going to walk you through some of the best community spots, resources, and hidden gems here in Lake County, Florida that Lake County has to offer. So stick with me till the end because I've got some bonus information about transportation, service, caregiving, support, and how you can get plugged in to these programs today. So sit back, relax, and let's jump right in. Don't pay me no attention, okay? So let's start off with the James L. Wyche Senior Center down in Groveland. There's many different activities down there. You can go and get a lunch, you can play bingo, you can talk to friends, you can, do puzzles, you can do whatever it is that you want to do, okay? Because when they put these senior centers together, they put them together where you can come and just have fun for the day. Let me tell you a story. Picture this. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. Paint the scene of a bingo. You're having bingo night and you're having a free meal and you have laughters, enjoying the time with your families and your friends and not a care in the world. You are just living your best life with people you love and you love to be around. Oh my goodness, that is so awesome. And you're just laughing and talking and playing bingo and you're just having fun. Lake County resident 55 plus simply assessment. Personally reflection. When I step in, I don't just see a building. I see the connection that we have with the people that's inside the building. It's four wall, but there's people inside the building. So you get that connection with those people that are in there. Why connection is important? It prevents isolation, loneliness, and of course, depression. I encourage all listeners to visit with me, my friends, my family, and as often as I can, I visit with my friends and family. So I encourage you to do the same thing, visit with your friends and your family as well, to keep you from being lonely. I also encourage you not to live alone, but maybe team up with a lady, a man, or gentleman, someone, company, someplace to keep you company, stay active and stay engaged. You can have a meal with coffee, whatever you want, conversation, play bingo, play cards, whatever you want to play. Okay? So keep being involved. Tavera Civic Center. Let me tell you another story. A gentleman, might be Wednesday morning, he goes to the center and here he is, maybe having coffee or maybe take a stroll around the center and have coffee and chat with friends and stuff like that. You keep him busy and keep him active. It's important, people. Have you checked the activity menu in your community? Like bingo, cheer yoga, puzzles, arts and craft. There's so much stuff that there to do. The benefit of staying active doesn't have to be a gym membership. You could, be at home, in the senior center doing cheer yoga, exercise and stuff like that. So this is tied to your health, okay? And senior movement is tied to your health. It keeps you healthy, okay? You can be doing the cheer yoga, pretzel pose. Woo! I suggest adding this to your weekly routine to get those muscles. Let me stop that. Let's talk about adult daycare. Okay, adult daycare program, quite a bit. That's quite a few that's run. As a caregiver, this is for caregiver. You can get burned out, so it's good to have some downtime by taking your client to adult daycare, and it will also give you some time to do some errands and maybe pamper yourself a little bit, or go shopping, or do what you need to do just for a few hours. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. So take care of yourself first in order to take care of your patient. Talk about plane ride. Put your mask on first before you put on somebody else's. Okay, that's the way it goes. There are lots of programs in Claremont. You have the Citrus Tower Benton House where you can go drop your parents off. Your caregiver, if you're a caregiver, drop your parents off, drop your client off, your patient, whoever, drop them off, and have some free time to do what you need to do. There are relief for caregivers. You got to know that caregiver is the love in action, but caregivers need to reset too. Okay, let me offer some tips to you. Signs when it might be time to consider an adult daycare program. Okay, signs it may be time for adult daycare program. Increasing caregiver stress. Okay, you feel stressed out, you feel like you can't do it, stuff like that. You feel like, oh my gosh, they're getting on your nerves, just stuff like that. You feel exhausted, you feel anxious, you feel burnt out. Okay, so we don't want that. Okay, perfect. Caregiver is effective. Your work, you need to sleep. Okay, to affect your work, you need to sleep, or you need to have a relationship, you need to get rest, you need to do all of that. You need to pamper yourself. Caregivers, take care of yourself, please. Don't skip your doctor appointment or your self-care. You need those things because you gotta pour from a full cup, not an empty cup. Okay, social isolation of seniors. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, so it's good to take them to a daycare, adult daycare. Your loved one is always spending most days alone. You don't want that either. You want them to be able to go to a senior center, adult daycare, or something of the sort. Okay, you want them to be able to do that. They might, because you don't want them to lose interest in hobbies, friends, or communication, or outgoing in the community. You don't want them to lose interest in none of those things. The signs of loneliness or even depression, you don't want that either. So that's why it's good to maybe take them off, drop them at the adult daycare and stuff like that. Safety concern at home, if you leave them by themselves, you might be going out there doing errands, and all of a sudden you don't know if they're okay. You call them, they're not answering the phone or something like that. Forgetting to turn off the stove, lock the doors, and take their medicine. All of that stuff goes on. Okay, you're wondering if they get lost or something in familiar area, familiar places, or they're walking the neighborhood and they can't find their way back home and stuff like that. Okay, increased risk of fall and accidents happens at home as you get older, so we want to make sure that we're watching out for our elderly and taking care of them. Their memory sometimes it gets in and out, depends on what's going on and what you're suffering from, Alzheimer or anything like that, stuff like that. So we want to make sure we're keeping them safe. You have to repeat a question more than once within a short span time and stuff like that. So troubleshoot the following conversation or simple instruction. They have a hard time picturing that or figuring that out. Okay, difficulty managing money and phone calls. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with phone calls. Difficult manage tasks around the house with phone calls. People, every minute there's a scammer calling you and stuff like that, and it's like, oh yeah, my grandkids is stolen and you need to send money. Decline, as they go along, they're declining and stuff like that. So if you get them out, to go mingle with other seniors would be good. They struggle to make a meal, they struggle to hygiene, they struggle for the mobility and stuff like that. Their health is getting deterioration and things like that, so it's hard for you to monitor them. So get them out to a daycare, get them out to a doctor, because they might not be eating, they're losing weight, but if you get them out, they might forget to take their pill. But if you get them out, then they might be able to see other seniors eating and they will eat. Okay, so caregivers need a break too. Yes, you guys need a break. You need a break. You need uninterrupted time to work, rest, and handle all the family responsibility. You need that too. So take your downtime, take your downtime, caregivers. You feel guilty leaving your loved one alone for a brief time, but that's why you take them to the daycare. You don't want to feel guilty. Okay, the desire for enrichment and routine. Your loved one on thriving and structuring and in their activity. You need to help them, guide them into that. the light up around, they light up around their families, they light up around friends, social gathering and stuff like that when they see. So take them out and go, let them go visit their families and friends. You want them to stay mentally and physically engaged, because maybe their family members talking to them and giving them, reminding them of things that happened in the past and stuff like that. Their mind going and active, keep their mind active. Okay, a key takeaway: adult day programs are not just about needing care, they are about enhancing quality of life for both the seniors and the caregivers. You might not even realize these resources exist, but they do. This section will focus on meals and companionship, location across the county, and even across Florida. Okay, remember we mentioned James Wyche down in Groveland. Their phone number is 352-429-9513. That's their phone number. Tavares Civic Center, their phone number is 352-742-6477. Bennington House here in Claremont is 352-241-9994. Okay? 352-241-9994. Lou's Place here in Claremont, 352-255-7017. And You Thrive Florida, 352-326-3540. If not, you can just rewatch this or just DM me and I'll send these numbers to you. Lake County Library, 352-253-6180. And then Blanche Public Library, we have the public library, we have Cooper Public Library. There's different public library that are around here. Tavares, 352-742-6204. You know, many different libraries that's around here. Connection to Transit, 352-742-2612 to get your ride anywhere you like to go to for little or no money. Real life story. I've seen strangers become best friends over a shared lunch, and I've seen it quite often because I've been to some of these senior gathering as well. I suggest calling them to schedule breakfast or lunch or something like that. Call your friends and family, schedule breakfast or lunch or something like that. To do coffee, tea, just something, you know, where you can network, companionship, and spending time together with each other. It makes a world of a difference, you know, memories. They remember things as you talk to them because you're always telling them things that happened in the past. The library, we've got lots of libraries around here. Let's shift tone a little bit and not forget about one best kept secret here in Central Florida. We want to do the memory care, the program, the tech, the support, large print. All of that stuff is in the library. Okay, you can go to the library and find all of that stuff. So connect with your local library. Okay, lifelong learning and brain health stimulation, lots of stuff that goes on in the library. It's quiet, it's peaceful. You can read, play games or whatever it is. A lot of times they have different activities for seniors, so take them there. You may even do something like crossword puzzle to keep your brains going and keep it alive. Personal touch, share my library memory story. You can share your library memory story. I like going there because I like to be able to read the books. You know, there's magazines there that I might not have seen and things like that, so I like going there because of that reason. One of the most peaceful places to spend time is the library. Know that, because there's so much resources that is there. Whether you're reading the paper, you're reading a book, or listening to music, or doing the audio. I have the Libby's app, and I download it and I listen to the audio book, which is really cool. So you can keep it out for whatever time. You can keep it out for a couple of weeks, so it's really cool. So download the Libby's app. You need a library card to get it. So, you know, it's awesome to use. You can call a few friends to get together and say, hey, let's start a book club. And it's going to be an audio book club. We're just going to sit and listen, and then maybe we can have tea or coffee or something like that, and then talk about the book. I enjoy all my listeners so I encourage you to stop by the library, the closest branch to you, and just listen. Enjoy it. Lake County Connection Transportation. No lie, storytelling. Imagine knowing you can get to the doctor's or the grocery store for just a few cents on the dollar. One of my favorite activity, one of my favorite things to see seniors being picked up and being dropped off on this Lake Connection bus. It's affordable and it's independent, so you don't have to depend on anyone, you know, because they pick you up and drop you off. Transportation is very important. It's for your dignity, for your freedom, and in your later years you need something like that when you no longer drive anymore. Here's a bonus hidden gem on resources. Church, seniors have group. I just went and spoke to my senior groups the other day about putting all their documents in a folder and labeling it emergency just in case somebody needs it. So it's important for seniors to join a church so you can get together with a senior group or something like that where you can network with them and live a good life, live a good lifestyle, with seniors in your community, in your church and stuff like that. You can join a local club like quilting, gardening, or even fishing if you like fishing. As gentlemen, you might like fishing. Some ladies like fishing as well. Faith-based volunteer community in Groveland. You can join there as well. They got lots of resources. They got giveaway for food, all different kinds of stuff. So you don't have to buy that much grocery. Tips. Your tip of the day. The best way to stay young is to keep giving back and active. That means volunteering. You don't want to get burned out. You can volunteer maybe one day a week for a couple of hours or stuff like that. Da, 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 da. You can volunteer. If you like to sing, you can sing. Okay? So friends, what do all this resource remind you of? That community is more than place. It's people, it's activity, and belonging. Whether it's bingo in Groveland, yoga in Tavares, adult daycare in Claremont, meal through your Thrive, quiet reading at the library, or a ride across town with Lake County Connection. Lake County has something to keep our seniors thriving, and we have a lot of stuff to keep our seniors thriving. Not just one thing, but a lot, because we have a lot of seniors in Lake County. And here's at Golden Focus Scoop Home, and our mission is at Golden Focus Homes. It goes beyond real estate. I'm not just about selling your house. It's about buying a home. It's about you feeling at home wherever you purchase that home at. Whether you are in life journey, that is what matters most. That you're enjoying that home. It's not about buying or selling a home. Staying active and connecting can reduce isolation, improve health, and create joy in retirement. Lake County is full of opportunities that many families doesn't even know exist. And Viv here is here to help you find a resource here in Central Florida. If you are someone you know could benefit from these resources, share this episode. If you are planning a move or need guidance, reach out to me directly. You can call or text me. I'd love to help. 321-231-8487. Remember, stay active, stay connected, and never forget you are always home with Golden Focus Homes. Share this episode with a senior, a caregiver, or family, or friends who could benefit from this information. So much resource that they don't know that is out there. Connect with Viv for guidance on real estate, downsizing, or senior living resource here in Central Florida. Call or text me. Again, my phone number is 321-231-8487. I look forward to connecting with you. It is such an honor just to be able to share all this information with you. Subscribe for a weekly tip on Florida senior living. You are always at home with Golden Focused Home. Until next time, this is Viv, wishing you joy, peace, connection in your golden years. Thank you for watching.